and movement. So I've specifically said movement there as opposed to exercise, but it's, yeah, we'll get into that when we move into that a little bit later. Okay, so what are the 3 pillars of health? As I've mentioned, sleep, diet, and movement. The problem is that there's one, when this term was coined a few years ago, the pillars of health, they hadn't really taken into account the effect that stress has on health. And so actually now when we're talking about a modern day child or a modern day person, we really need to consider the effect that stress has on everything. Not another definition would be a state of mental or emotional strain or tension resulting from adverse or demanding circumstances. And that's what would probably be more considered your psychosocial stresses. So what I like about this definition is that it considers both the bio and the psychosocial side of things, which obviously, as we know, in health is important. Right, so I've got a picture of the caveman because it refers back to kind of how we are built, to the actual questionnaire today. But I do sometimes, if I suspect that there's something going on, like what you're saying, Amna, there's maybe something going on at home, that I actually often give it to the child to fill in, and with the parents' knowledge. It's difficult though, because obviously if there's any kind of abuse or something like that, that's really hard for the parents to see, but it's important to acknowledge. Back to that moment and saying, okay, sure, that sounds like it's really hard for you. And as you're telling me the story right now, as you're lying in your bed right now, where are you feeling it? Where are you feeling this in your body? Just tell me what's coming up for you, and just see if they can notice and say, use your noticer. See if your noticer can notice where you're feeling all of this in your body. And it might be in their throat. It might be in their head only. It might be in their hearts. It might be in their solar plexus, in their tummies. Maybe they're noticing some pain. So just getting them to put their hand wherever that might be, and then spending some time there and saying, okay, so do you know what that is? What is